Hi, and thanks for taking the time to learn more about the NAMI Walks program in Kansas. Before we get started, I'd like to talk real briefly about what NAMI is to begin with, because a lot of people don't know our name. NAMI is the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and it's the nation's largest grassroots mental health organization. We are a nonprofit 501c3, and there are 3 different levels of our organization: national, state, and local. And even though there are some employees in each of these different levels, this organization is really supported mostly by volunteers, and a lot of the missions that we carry out are done so by volunteers. We have 3 missions: support, education, and advocacy, and each of those works in concert with the other to help reach our goals. For more information about NAMI, you can visit www.nami.org, or specifically about NAMI Kansas, www.namikansas.org. So what is the NAMI Walk? Well, it's just one small component of what NAMI does. It's the #1 mental illness awareness and fundraising program in America. It's similar to other traditional walkathons that you may have had some interaction with, but it's not just a fundraiser. It really is about raising awareness. It's about combating stigma. It's about so many other things. It's also one of the ways that we fund ongoing NAMI signature programs. Again, those are mostly done by volunteers, so we have to have some startup funds, and we use those to start new programs, train volunteers. We also use it to advocate on behalf of people with mental illnesses and their families. The walk really is something that we can use to address so many of the different things that we do within NAMI. It's really so much bigger than just a regular old fundraiser. So what are the programs that we offer? Well, in Kansas, we have In Our Own Voice, which is a presentation done by recovering folks who've lived with mental illness and are in recovery and doing well. They just talk about their experience. We have Family to Family, which is a 12-week course for family members to learn more about mental illnesses and how they can help their family member. Peer to Peer, which is a 10-week course, recovery curriculum for mental health consumers. NAMI Connection, which is a support group that is facilitated by trained volunteers. And then several other types of support groups. Local affiliates in certain communities have their own. There are a couple that are specific to veterans, and we even have a NAMI on campus at Washburn. We also participate in crisis intervention training, and that's not just a NAMI thing, but it's a partnership with law enforcement and mental health centers in different areas in Kansas, where we try to teach law enforcement about different ways to work with folks with a mental illness other than just throwing them in jail. And we try to educate them about the illnesses and how to help the folks that are living with those. And all the programs that we offer are free of charge to participants, with the exception of crisis intervention team training. And that is offered at a very, very small rate. There are other NAMI programs, but we don't have them in Kansas. One is NAMI Basics, which is very similar to Family, but it's for the parents of children who develop their illnesses at an early age. There's also the Hearts and Minds program, which talks about whole body wellness. Provider education, which, as you can probably tell, is for the mental health providers. And then there are all kinds of other resources that are offered through NAMI National, the Veterans Resource Center, FaithNet, Child and Adolescent Action Center, and we even have online support groups. There's all kinds of stuff, and most of those things can be accessed through www.nami.org. So what are the goals of the walk? Well, there are 2, awareness raising and fundraising, and those 2 things work hand in hand. Too often we hear the focus on the fundraising, but the awareness raising can be just as important. And this is a little chart that we use to show why. If you look at the chart and you have awareness on one side and the money on the other side, you see how each of those things feeds into the programs that we offer, getting membership, and then each of those, the programs and membership, feeds right back into raising more awareness and raising more money. So it really is a very cyclical thing. And the walk can be used to promote each of these different things. So how can you participate in the walk? Well, you can form a team, be a team captain, and get a group of people together. It doesn't have to be, a group of folks who all know each other and are best friends. It can be groups of people from all different walks of life. If you participate in the walk as a walker, we ask that you write a letter, and there's all kinds of templates for that. It's very easy. But letters really help to tell stories about why we are walking, why we think this is important. If you aren't interested in forming a team or writing a letter, you can always support a walker with your donations and by helping them spread the word. You can volunteer at Walk Day. There are lots of opportunities for that. And we always need help in identifying new sponsors. Sponsorship is a way that we can reach out to our communities and spread the word even further, because we can get into businesses and other areas where there are people who haven't heard about us and don't know what we do. The same goes with media coverage. The more we can get the word out, the better. And if you have contacts with business leaders and community leaders, we'd love to have you help us to get those folks involved, get them interested, get them spreading more awareness about what NAMI is and all the programs we have to offer so that we can help more people. If you decide to participate, it's very easy to register. There's no fee. The easiest way is to go to the website on your screen and click on Kansas. You have to set up a quick little My NAMI account. There's no charge for that, it's just a little bit of information. And then you can either join a team or create your own. It's very simple. The website walks you right through it step by step. There's even a video on it that shows you how to do it. There's a frequently asked question page that gives you more information. And if you really get stuck, you can ask your walk manager for help, and we'll be happy to walk you through it. If you decide to support a walker, there are several ways to do that. Monetarily, you can donate by credit card online. You can do that a couple of ways. If you go to the link on your screen and search for the different people that are registered to walk, you can do it that way. Or if someone sends you a letter, they may include their link in that letter. You can also write a check to the person. You'll want to make it payable to NAMI Kansas just to make everything very simple. And of course, cash and change are always accepted. Now, beyond just the money, you can also do some other things to help them out. You can put up a poster if you own a business or something, for example, or if you go to the same church, something like that. If you have a place that you can put up a poster, that'd be great. You can, of course, join their team. I'm sure they'd love to have you on any team. And the biggest thing, tell people about the walk. If you donate and you believe in it and think it's a great cause, and you have some other friends you think, might want to see the letter, feel free to share that and pass it on. So how can you learn more about NAMI in general? Of course, the website is full of information. You can get on there and check it out. We're also on Facebook and YouTube. You can call the office at the number on your screen, or even just come by and stop in Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5. Now, if you don't live in Topeka, there are local affiliates in 14 different communities in Kansas, and you can find out when those affiliates meet and hook up with the folks that are there at a meeting. And we can provide you that information at NAMI Kansas or on our website. The other thing you can do is participate in one of the NAMI signature programs. For instance, if there's a family-to-family class going on in your area and that's something that would apply to you, go and participate in the class and you'll learn more about NAMI that way. Again, this was a very brief overview, but thank you for taking the time to want to learn more about NAMI Kansas and NAMI Walks in Kansas, and we hope that you'll consider supporting the NAMI Walks program.